Thornton here. Today I want to show you how to make my pecan pie. Man, this thing is really good stuff. Let's get right to it. Let me go over the ingredients with you. All right, we're gonna take a half a cup of regular white sugar. We're gonna take a half a cup of light brown sugar. Okay. And then we've got 4 eggs. I've got a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. I've got 2 tablespoons of bourbon. I like to use Maker's Mark. You can use whatever you got or leave it out. It just gives it a little extra flavor. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of melted butter. And then we're going to use, this has got 2 cups in it. We're going to use 1.5 cups. So I usually pour it out till it's like at the bottom of the paper here, maybe just a little higher than the bottom of the paper, but we want 1.5 cups of light corn syrup. All right, and then once we get all that mixed together, we're gonna put 2 cups, no more than 2 cups, a little less, more. The recipe I have is for 2 cups of chopped pecans. Now, I like to chop mine myself because I don't like them chopped up in fine pieces. It's even okay if there's a few whole ones in there, but we want 2 cups of chopped pecans. And then this is optional, but it just takes it to that next level. I'm gonna put a 1/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips in there. You can leave those out if you don't have them. All right, now we're gonna start off with 1 pie crust. You can make your own pie crust. I usually just use a store-bought one because it's just so much easier. So we're gonna start off with the pie crust. I've already got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now we'll end up baking the pie for 45 minutes. It should be puffed up good and just evenly puffed up, light brown around the crust, not too dark. You can stick a toothpick in it if you want, but 45 minutes usually works out pretty good. So the first thing I want to do is take this pie crust. I've already cleaned my area here good. I want the bottom of this pie crust kind of dry so it doesn't stick as bad to the bottom of the pan. Because all these ingredients, the sugar, the corn syrup, and all that stuff are just kind of ooey gooey, which is what makes it so good. So we're just gonna take this pie crust and I'm gonna roll it out just a little bit thinner than it is. Lay that pie crust in there. All right, let's get this pie crust in here. Just try to make it as even as you can. This pie is really good, especially with the chocolate chips in it. All right, now what I like to do is just roll this edge over a little bit. Just roll that crust over so you got a little edge on it. All right, once you get that just rolled around like that, I'm going to take a fork and just go around the edge and give it a little character. All right, hopefully you can see that, but it's got just a little character to it now. All right, we got our pie crust ready. So, all right, I've got the brown sugar and the white sugar in there. I want to go ahead and put the flour. And let's just kind of mix that together just a little bit. It doesn't take long to make this pie at all. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and add the eggs. Go ahead and mix that together. While that's, let's go ahead and add the salt, the vanilla, the bourbon, and the butter. And we're going to go ahead and pour 1.5 cups of the corn syrup in there. You can measure this if you want, but it's usually pretty close if you just get it. It's got a little window on this side, so it shows you where 1 cup is, so we need to go down a little further. All right, we're right at the bottom of the paper. Right where we want to be. All right, we're just gonna make sure that's blended together good. All right, now that we've got all that blended together, the only thing we have left to do is add the pecans. And the chocolate chips. Now it's already mixed together, so we're just gonna run this for just, I don't know, 5 seconds. Just to all right, so let's get this in the pie shell and we'll be ready to go. Just even it out good. All right, we're ready to go into the oven for 45 minutes. All right, we're good to go. I'll see you back here in about 45 minutes. Now, when we take the pie out, I'm gonna put it on a cooling rack and let it completely cool. It needs to be really good and cooled before we try to cut it. So see you back here shortly. All right, the timer just went off for 45 minutes. The pie is looking really good. I don't think it needs to cook any longer, so let's get it out of here. Looks great. Puffed up evenly. Well, there you have it. Dave's Pecan Pie. Man, this is really good stuff. We're going to put it here on this cooling rack and let it cool completely. It's not a bad idea to stick it in the refrigerator for an hour or two after it cools down to room temperature. Look, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoy the food, and thanks for your time. You can always hit me at athomefineeating@gmail.com. Once again, I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the food. Thank you very much.